great. Now you guys, this is a little bit, we've got, this is technically like a one class a week. Now what that means is we have one kind of a bulk of things that we say, man, you know what, if you're gonna get introduced to Krav Maga, these are the most important things, and so we'll be doing that. Last Tuesday we got started, so Tuesday and Saturday will be the same thing, okay? So if you missed one, you can make up the other one. But Tuesday is the first one, Saturday. So if you were planning on coming Saturday and you missed Saturday, but you came the next Tuesday, that will be different, if you kind of catch what I mean. So anyway, great. Again, Darren, Scott, we're really excited. This is kind of our passion, especially helping people that haven't done any kind of self-defense before and they need to. I was about 49 years old when I took my first KRAV class. I had actually wrestled all the way through college, but man, during that whole time, I was a little guy. I still am short. I'm just not little anymore. But the whole time, I never threw a punch on anybody. I never had to fight. I never had to really fight. There was always some guy there that was enforcing rules. I never had to go against more than one person. I never had to go against anybody that was really significantly bigger than me. So it was kind of crazy to think that, even wrestling is considered, somewhat of a combat sport. KRAV kind of brought it all in. And I thought, man, at the age of 49, my son wanted to go take some of these classes. And I thought I was going to be here with a bunch of 25-year-olds that just wanted to punch me in the mouth all the time. And I found that it was a lot different. A lot of fun, family, but it is serious. Oh my gosh, it's so serious right now, isn't it? I don't know if you heard, but yesterday in Cary, literally 1 mile from my house, man was shot, killed. Everybody, it hasn't even gotten in the news yet. And of course, there's some violence going on last night, and vandalism. So anyway, it's never been more important than what it is right now. So anyway, the way we start our classes is we bow in. That's the most martial artsy thing that you're going to ever see us do. Although I do have to say, you have to call Scott Master the whole time. Do not forget, this is Master Scott. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. So we go like this, nice and straight. We say Kida, K-I-D-A. It's the Hebrew word for bow. And I don't know who started, but that's what we do. Ready? Let's try it. Shoulder back and Kida. All right, awesome. Well, we're gonna start something with we call shoulder tag. Okay. So I'm gonna be in here, and I've got two goals here. One is to take my palm on the same side of him and tag him on the shoulder. So I can do my right or my left. I'm not gonna cross or anything like that for now. Second thing, he's gonna be trying to do it to me. Whoa! And I'm gonna try to stop him from doing it to me. Whoa, whoa. So we got this kind of little competitive. Now it is shoulder tag, not shoulder whack. Some families, they can get very, very competitive with this. Now, in real life, self-defense, Nike defense would be a great thing to do here. There's plenty of space over there. But for now, I'm just going to kind of stay in the fight, okay? So, when I say go, you're doing some shoulder tag. Ready? Go.
You want me to take attendance?
Oh boy. Hopefully you heard that and didn't really see it very much. All right, so shoulder tag is a great way for people just to kind of first of all get their heart rate up, and then it shows us real quickly where people are, and you also see some of the disadvantages of being so close. And that's really more than anything else that we want to show. We want this is the concept we're gonna start talking about. The principle, oh, big meanie, is the concept of space. Yeah. Get him. There you go.
Did you hurt yourself?
What? Oh, you
Got hard. Okay, good.
All right, good. Let me make it harder for you. So now instead of just shoulders, whoo, I can also go for the knees. Now be careful, don't fall over or fall on the asphalt. But so I got 4 targets now. Give it a shot.
How do you block the knee?
Don't bend over at the waist. Bend at the knees, because if you both bend over at the waist at the same time, you'll both get knocked out.
Yeah, no. Well, that's a good question. How do you stop that? You want to help him? Hey, welcome.
Hey guys. How you doing?
All right, they're late for their first KRAV class. That means they have to go through the initiation. All right, good, and time. All right, so we always like to start with this at the beginning because it kind of shows us a lot of things. How many ended up getting hit? Quite a bit. Very difficult to stay in here and not get hit. While Scott's busy, if I can use Dad over here, it's okay? Okay. So one of the things you realize, man, when I'm right here, even though I know that they're going to hit me, it's very hard to stop. Now you can imagine how much more so if you don't really know if they're going to hit you. Okay, so especially guys, guys like, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? They always get this gorilla-looking thing. Okay, and it's very difficult to kind of stand here. I'm recording for this, my friend here. Anyway, so from right here, even if, let's say he was in a defensive position, although you saw that most kind of people were right here. So whatever he thinks defensive is, if he thinks, oh my gosh, this guy might hit me, what position would you be in? Okay, so I'm still here. All right, might hit you, so you be ready. And well, instead of the shoulder, I'll just take my hand and just touch right there. All right? Can you even drive? You drove right into my. You saw it.
So am I supposed to try?
Yeah, you're right. And you drive it. No, I don't mean like you're not fighting. We're in a confrontation, but your hands are up.
Yeah, okay.
This is the issue here. The space. Are you kidding me? Your son, he ran into my thing, and he goes, and you realize, oh my gosh. I mean, you might be able to stop it, but there's no reason to be this close. Bad things are going to happen, and of course, that's just this. People could do a lot more than that, plus they could have weapons, okay? So, the first thing that we teach is about space. We're going to kind of drill principles into our minds, into our thoughts, into our words. One of the phrases you're going to hear over and over is, space is our friend, okay? I always want to be creating space. Space is my best friend. In other words, even right here, so one thing he could do is instead of this, which most people do, he could kind of extend those out, okay? That right there. So he puts them out. Now let's see how well he does just with that. Dude, your son, he can't even, dang it. So even though I get that free 1/4 of a second, you played that in high school, right? Or some of you still in school. You ever play that game where you slap somebody's hand and they're holding their hand like this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I might have.
You never done that?
Not this
Right.
one.
Okay, you move. Right.
Okay, am I supposed to?
Yeah, you're supposed to move. Right. If I go first and he doesn't guess that I'm going to go, then I'll always win because I get a free 0.25 seconds. Everybody understand that? So it's just response time. It takes that long just for him to see it, process it, and then tell his body, move. You got to decide to move everything. All right, so the first thing is going to be this. So we'll start with that, but what we're going to find out real quickly is why here when I could be here? Man, now 2 arms length is his hands up here. Go ahead, he's got his arm. Hey, it's very difficult for someone to hit you if you create space and you don't want to get hit. It sounds crazy, but this is very true. All right, so let's go back to the shoulder tag for a minute. But all I want you to do is, instead of this, I want you to do this. I'm going to have my hands extended here, and then no matter what this guy's doing, okay, go ahead. Yeah, good. Well, hey man, what's up? You know, it's much more difficult for them, especially on the shoulders, you know, to actually even touch you. And in fact, I'm actually closer to him here, whereas here I have to go all the way here. Okay? So just give it a shot. We're only going to do this for about 45 more seconds. Some shoulder tag, go. All right, so the idea here is about space. We're going to talk about what we call the fence. The fence is when anytime that I feel there's some conflict going on, immediately I'm going to create some space. I'm gonna put my hands up at about eyebrow height. I'm going to extend them out, and I'm going to, you know, get one foot in front of the other. But I'm gonna have a posture here of let's de-escalate this situation. Kind of a, hey man, I don't want any trouble type of stance, okay? All right. All right, good, Anton. All right, so space is your friend. Now, when should I create space?
All the time.
Oh my God, your hair is so cool, man. My son does his very down. We all know this kind of feeling, right? Where, like when I got right here, do you feel comfortable with this? It just feels funky. Now it's like, okay, he's the instructor, you know. But the truth is, he doesn't like it. Now, how many of the ladies have had those situations where somebody's just, they're in your space, it's not comfortable, they're not necessarily doing anything wrong, but you're uncomfortable with it? Well, from a self-defense standpoint, the moment that you make space is the moment that you get that one piece of information. Because when I come up to this guy, oh, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to, let's stay in front here. So when I come up to this guy, I'm like, hey man.
Hey, stop.
I'm sorry, you got any money at all?
No.
Hold on, let me just talk to you. My wife and my kid are in the car about a half mile down there.
Great.
And now, oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. You've heard these kind of things. Could be anything. Now, are my wife and kid over there? I lost my dog. Do I have a dog? Am I a nice guy? Do I have bad intentions? What do you know about this situation? No. You know nothing, okay? But wait. You do have one piece of information. Hey. How do you feel about this? Yeah, but how do you feel? It's the same word over and over. At least, at a minimum, uncomfortable. Now, that could be scared. It could be creeped out. It doesn't matter. The one piece of information that you do have is that I don't like this. I don't like it. And that is the moment that you're going to create space. Is it when you figure things out? Is it when you find out what this guy really, really wants? Is it then? No, when is it? The moment that you feel uncomfortable. Now, this goes with guys too. What's up,
Hey,
man?
stop.
Okay, so the moment that he feels uncomfortable, he's going to create space. We're going to say creating space, at least at a minimum, in this kind of I'm not comfortable with this situation type of feeling, is going to be three things. Number one, his hands are going to come up here. Now, I don't mean that you have to do this, okay? Because when you see this, what does this mean?
Fight.
We're fighting. I was like, okay, let me challenge. Hey, back up, you know. What does this say?
Stop.
Yeah, what's up? Hey, it says I'm not comfortable with this and I need some space, okay? Now, notice I'm not dropping my hands. I'm not going, hey. Because I say that because what? You're going to want to go, and kind of bring them down. So the first thing is I'm going to get my hands up, and in no uncertain terms, I'm going to tell this person to back off. Okay? Now, you think, well, should I always say that? it's hard to say. Obviously, there's context. If we're in the mall, in a store, and someone is this close to me, that's not that strange. But if we were in this parking lot and there's no one else, that's strange, right? But I have found that men and women, and just, if not sexist, but I'll just say it, you know, certainly women, the real issue is that if they're gonna be too nice or too mean, which one are they usually? They're too nice. And I know that with my own kids, and I often, we were using the example the other day about how I blame myself as a grandparent. You know, my 4-year-old granddaughter moving to North Carolina, I'm like, hey, this is Scott. Hey, go give him a high five. And she's like, I don't want to give him a high five. Come on, go give him a high five.
Be nice.
It's gotta be nice. You know, and what am I saying? Don't listen to your intuition. Don't listen to what you feel. Do what I say. Do what is nice. Don't be rude. Or in some way you might say, don't be a bitch. You know, that's really what's going on. And you're like, I don't like this, yet I am enduring it. Why? I don't know. I hate this. Okay, so we're going to create a fence. Anybody have a fence at their house? Okay, so the way it works, you got your door right here, and then as soon as you step out, there's your fence, right? No. The fence is far away. It's like, oh, hey, what's that guy doing? You know when they come across that barrier, that's your fence. That's your space. And when they come past that, bad thing, that's not a good thing, okay? All right, so again, 3 things. The first one is hands up and eyebrow height. This is not a fence. This is namby-pamby, right? It's gonna be here. Number 2, I'm gonna get my hands up. I'm gonna create space, at least 2 arms lengths, maybe 3, maybe more, 5, 6, depends on how big they are. You know, how uncomfortable I am. And then I'm gonna do something verbally. I'm gonna say, hey, back off. It may be that nice, but no nicer. Hey, back off. Don't walk up on a dude in the parking lot. Hey, don't walk up on a lady, a woman. I'm here in the store by myself. You know, I'll just say it as it is. Those 3 things: hands up, create space, and I'm gonna use my voice and tell them to back off. Now, because I just said, at this point, I only have 1 piece of information, and I don't even know if it's that accurate. I mean, it's accurate for me, and I do believe, everybody, that your intuition never lies to you. There's some reason. There's a reason that this is going on. There's a reason that you don't feel comfortable, okay? So, but when I say, hey man, back off, a couple of things are gonna happen. If he's a human being at all, if he has any heart, what's he gonna do? He's gonna back off. Now, he may not be happy about it. He may be calling me names or like, oh, what a jerk, yeah, what a ladies, what a bee, or something like that. But he's not gonna go, whoa, whoa, whoa. But if he does, if he takes 1 step towards me, what news flash just got information just came across the table? This is a bad guy. Man, this dude's got he's got bad intentions, all right?
I'm a bad man.
All right, so not gonna take a long time, but this is something we need to get in our, I would say muscle memory, but it's kind of what it is. Somebody gets in your space, hey man,
Hey, back
I like
off.
that shirt.
Back off.
You know, you create a fence. What are the 3 things of a fence? 3, arms extended, 1. Number 2, what? An eyebrow height, that's 1.
Create distance.
Create space. Now, so even though I say back off, who's backing off?
You.
It's me. Now, did I say do this? Did I say, hey, back off? Did I say touch him? I did not say touch them. You're going to want to touch them. And you're going to say, back off. But you're going to create space. Hands up, voice, and creating space. So I need you to just kind of create this scenario. This is something very common in KRAV. We want to get this in existence in our mind. So I need somebody, one of you is just going to be the Cree. You're going to be, I don't know, who has some experience with one of these?
Can I ask you a question
Sure.
about that? Because, like, a lot of times, if this is going to happen to a woman, it's going to happen in a parking lot, and she's got bags in her hand and a purse in her hand, and, you know, like, if I'm walking into work, I've got 4 things hanging off my arms and coming out of work. So, and I would assume that somebody was approaching me to steal something from me, not to physically hurt me in a parking lot. So, would you drop your bags to create that space, and then they grab your purse and run off, or?
Well, that's a good question. Everybody, you heard that? Okay. Because one of the funny stories that I have is one time I had 6 gallons of paint I was carrying, and I'm in a parking lot, which we call a transition area, right? Parking lots, driveways, going from here to here, crossing, you know, whatever, crossing the street. These are transition areas that these things often happen. And when I heard that, I'm just going to respond. So I was like, somebody's like, excuse me, sir, excuse me. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, back off. And I couldn't even see him. And when I finally did see him, it was a guy in a walker. And I just laughed. I said, sorry, I don't care. I don't care that I'm going to be offensive when it comes to my comfort level. I don't feel comfortable with it. Hey, excuse me. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And yeah, I just put the stuff down. I don't care that it's in the middle of the parking lot. You know, there's so many things. The story has been told over and over and over. You know, my own daughter living in New York City, you know, the door's open, it's closing, and all of a sudden some guy's hand comes in there, just like in a movie. And now she's got a guy behind her, and she has some groceries, and she's going up the steps, you know, and just like la 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 la, and I'm just trying to ignore it, right? That's not, when do we say you should take some action? The moment that you feel uncomfortable. Now what does that mean? It means space, one way or the other. Even if that means I'm gonna open the door and I'm leaving. You're coming inside, I'm leaving. You're getting in the elevator, I'm not. Okay, it's not like, I mean, can you imagine a cat sitting on the curb, and up comes this dog standing right next to it. Even though the dog didn't do it, the cat doesn't go, oh boy, there's that dog. Oh God, I don't like this. No, the cat has no problem switching that switch on and going, I'm out of here, bounce. Getting out of here.
Or some claws.
Yeah. So yes, absolutely. Put things down, create a better angle, create more space. All right, give it a shot. Give it back and forth.
Hey, stop.
Hey man, you and your son are really cute. That's really cool. I really like the way you guys deal with each other.
Hey, stop.
It's always something. Even though you're probably a little uncomfortable, it's like, just think about it.
Stop.
Okay, good. Now, isn't that interesting? It's like you say something and you want to go forward. If he was close, you were like,
Hey, stop! Get away!
get away. You know? But in fact, that's the opposite. So that's probably the biggest challenge here is like the moment that you, oh my God, is that I'm gonna actually back up and get away. In fact, we tell people, look, man, at your age, especially if there's some dude and you're not comfortable, you ought to just take off. Even with a loud voice, I don't know this guy, he's not my dad. Don't say it to him. That'll hurt his
So
feelings.
just create a few, just if I come to you, hey. No, you never push it.
I feel good about it.
I know. So you can say, hey man, I was
Like I always try and
and then back up. And then if you kind of move it back, it does your switch like this, they kind of don't know what you're doing. Like this. Can you put your hands like this?
So hard, it's like
Like this.
So
That's what
Yeah, I mean,
Just have your feet
you're trying to figure it out in your mind. Like,
and a little bit forward, one in front of the other, in case you need to go back. Like, because if you need to go back or forward, you can. If you're like this, you can't go back. But one, like, but if you're like this, you can't really go back and forth. So a little bit behind the other.
right here.
Yeah. And flat-footed, you want to be like this, and then you wobble. Like this, flat-footed.
You got to create 2 or 3 arms.
And then I come out.
Well, it's all the hours, you know, but anyway.
Okay, well,
Curious.
Okay, loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
All right, you're going to make a little rain in your first KRAV class.
we haven't had rain yet. This is the first one. But I've been
All right, good, Anton. So, just looking around, you can see how challenging this is. It's silly that this is so easy. Whoa, man, hey, back up, you know. But that's what I need to do. I would rather create too much space than not enough. This right here doesn't work. Especially ladies, you're this close and they can grab here, grab hair, another lady, grab, you know how girls, they're always grabbing each other's hair. All right, so I've got to create space. Well, what if you're too late? Okay, so we kind of put this into 2 categories. If somebody's really close, there's 2 things. Number one is they could punch, they could hit, those kind of things. But like in her example, you know, a lot of times this is about control. Maybe I want something. I'm going to be looking for a purse or something like that. Either way, you have to control your what?
Space.
Space. Who's your friend?
Nobody.
Space. Nobody's my friend. Space is your friend. All right, so if I can't create this space, then I'm going to create this space. We call this a hierarchy of space. If I can't create this space, then at least, if he can't create that space, then when I come in, he needs to at least own this space. Now this is a very complicated thing we call the arm stop. He's literally using his arm to stop me. But this is a very important tactical difference. Oh my God. You know, now he's bigger than me and stronger than me, but if he were not, what would I want? I want to be here, right? I want to have my hips in, you know, be able to pick him up, take him to that van, take him to that Justin Bieber concert that he's so scared of.
You can just ask.
You know, but the difference between this and this is huge, all right? So you have to own at least this space, okay? So we're literally going to take one arm and just extend it out. Now it's not like a zombie like this locked out. I need a little bit of buffer, but this right here, the base of my palm is going to be in their core. Now, I consider the face to be part of the core, so in fact, we'll do it in slow motion. It certainly could be up there. Fingers could be going in the eyes. That type of stuff. We're going to keep it simple and safe right now. But he's just literally going to put his arm out here and use the other one in the same exact place right there in my mass, right? Not in my arm. If you put it here in my arm, it's pretty easy to get in there, right? But in here, now the same thing we said about the fence is true here. The idea is not to get close to me. So if I were right here, this is what he's doing. He's not going to go and try to touch me. So even if I go in, his goal is not to engage and stay there. It's to stop me from closing that much space and then try to create more space. Sorry, we're... All right, so what I mean is, in a perfect world, if somebody made an explosive movement toward you, like, come here, that's the perfect scenario. Not, and he's like, hey, and he starts pushing me. Oh, congratulations. You pushed me from there to here. What does he get out of that? No. Who's his friend? Space. All right. So you're going to kind of do just a simple drill for creating the arm stop. Now the cousin to the arm stop is if he gets past my hands, whoa, I will actually just use this like a seat belt. Whoa, right here between the shoulder and the neck, I'll be here. You know, if he tries to grab my leg, whoa, and I'm just using this as a very large margin of error barrier, okay? But we're gonna start with this. So, being no more than 2 or 3 feet away, I want you to give your partner a big hug. Keep your head to the side. Oh, this is very important. I'm gonna keep my head to the side, whoa. And as he comes in, I'm going to create this structure called the arm, what do we call this? Arm stop. I know it's a really strange name, arm stop. And remember, I'm not going to push into him. I'm going to continue to back up. Okay? So it should look like this. Hey man, whoa, back up. Okay, good. If we stay connected, it's because of what he did, not because of what I did. Right? So we're going to go, let's go 3 for 3. You do 3. Arms wide, head to the side, just so you don't get poked in the eye or something. Arm stop to this area here. Go. Give it a shot.
Hey, stop.
Good. Now even with somebody short, it's like hey, go here. See, spread out is tough because the truth is you don't want to stay here, but if you start playing with here,
Okay.
it's like it's going to get weak on one side, right? You just choose one side or the other, and if you get both, then just switch.
I like your little. It's like a little bird.
Good. Well, yeah.
Okay, I'll do it.
You got
It was an eagle.
Probably won't
like you're gonna
right here.
stop.
There you go. Hey, that's good. There you go. Nice.
I didn't want you to hit the camera.
So do the whole thing. So if I, so you're here.
Hey, back up! Back up!
There you go. There you go.
So you need
But
to go.
even that was really good. You kept moving, but you still felt that. I just want to push you. But remember, every
So
time
you don't want to stay engaged. So okay, come here.
Yeah, that you would have.
you get out of the way, you're like, oh. Fell down.
So you're saying I was like, stop.
Yeah, that's good. You don't have to.
Okay, so like I need to maintain okay.
Stay here. You keep moving.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Accidentally hit both sides.
I go, then you're gonna go back.
Actually, let's say this real quick. If, how many of you maybe you accidentally kind of do like this, and now you got both shoulders. But the truth is, they can still reach you. So I need to be one side or the other. This right here, because remember, I want to get off angle, right? If I get off angle here, I lose my grip, right? So I want to be on one side or the other. Okay. All right. One more time each. Go for it. Get in! Oh no.
Stop.
Good.
Now you're coming at me.
I'll do the same to you.
Hey, no.
So don't hold your own way.
Stop.
And your arms should be on the same
Let's
side.
go grab these and.
Okay.
Assume that once you do that,
Yeah, that they're gonna. Yeah, do you want me to do it again? Hey, what's up? Hey, no, I know you. We work together. We work together. Come on. I just want to hug.
don't you remember that? We were roommates. I was the crazy girl you recorded.
Clearly.
So when you're doing that, like
Yeah, I put a pad here for you guys.
somebody's kind of heckling you, like if you're going to do this, your tendency is
got
to
one for
look
them
at their
already.
face, not their hands. Should you be watching their hands?
So your face goes to one side and you
say, in general, I'm just looking at the home.
Right.
I put a pad right back there.
Okay.
No, you guys say stop first.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. So you're just kind of taking it all in.
On one side. On one side. Nice.
So you don't want to push them. As he comes in, let him take your energy and let it go back. So,
And so you.
because he can take advantage of you.
All right, so hopefully that's
There you go.
Hopefully that's the end of the story. This guy comes in, he's like, "Wow, you back off! I swear to God, I'm gonna knock your face off, man! Get out of here!"
All right.
You keep on.
Put my mean face on. Now, my heart is going, but my face like a chihuahua. I'm being mean. Very important. All right, but if this can't go on forever, right? Here he comes. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Do I keep going for a half a mile? At some point, I got to bring the fight in there. Now, I don't want to do it at first because I'm just trying to create space. Hopefully that works. Hopefully I get out here. But it's pretty obvious I'm going to be in a close range. What would be a good strike from here?
Your knee.
Boom! Good. So yes, I'm going to take not so much the knee, but the first couple of inches right above the knee. And from this stance, hopefully I can use my back one. It'll be a little stronger. But I'm going to take this thing and drive it out and up. Out and up. There's two. I need to create, especially if you got little T-Rex arms and legs like me, you may not even get there. Okay? I gotta boom! I gotta drive these out. Okay? So I want you to go ahead and get in that fence stance right here. So they're coming up against you. You're gonna take this knee, drive it out, and then immediately come right back to the ball of that foot. Let's send it out, and we're gonna make some noise as we do it. Are you ready? Go! Good. Don't hit each other's knee. That'll hurt. Ready? Go! Good. Now, if I got a hold of them, you better believe that whatever I have here, I'm going to bring down and inward into that knee. So, if I got the hold of their shirt, their muscle, their blood vessels, their hair, boom, I'm going to drive it around. Good. Let's throw 5 of those. Ready? Go! Good. Immediately get back to the ball of that foot. You're literally fighting on one leg for a brief moment. I don't want to be on one leg for very long. Ready, go! Good. Ready, go! Ready, go! Good. Now, Scott, in the KRAV rule book, how many knees can you throw?
Well, let me see. 2.
2. You can only
2.
throw 2. You think that's true? No. You can throw as many as you want. Now, of course, after a couple, if they get desperate, what are they going to do? You know, try to grab. So I don't want to continuously do this forever. In fact, my whole goal to do this is so that I can do this, which is called making space. Okay, good. All right, so here's how we're going to throw, how we're going to practice this. One partner, you're grabbing the ends, not this part right here. Elbows bent, little buffer zone. This is about how high a knee goes right here, my waist. So I'm gonna get this thing way out here, away from, you understand why this would be a bad one, right? This is what I wanna do. Angle down at about 45 degrees, so that 45-degree knee can just drive up. I wanna give them some resistance, so I'm gonna pop it as they come in. It's gonna look like this. Any questions? Good. Let's go. Let's do about. We'll do about 6 for 6. You throw 6, then your partner throws 6. Go.
These are your friends.
Make some noise. Very good. Good. A little bit lower. And instead of actually a stance yourself, gotta be in this A-frame. Sorry.
Come on.
Sorry, let me switch out. I didn't say get in an A-frame, but this is how I want to be, not this. Out here. Good. These look good though.
You're going to pull to one side. You're holding them like this.
All right, good. And time. 2 things. Number 1, it's not a football game, so unfortunately you don't get to go. There's no big wind-up. So it needs to be boom. It goes from A to B. There is no more. Secondly, you know, it's a parking lot. It's a little oily. be careful, you are on one foot. So make sure this other foot is nice and planted. Everybody's doing a really good job of driving those hips forward. I know that I did it right when it looks like I'm leaning back. Even though I'm not leaning back, it's that I drove my hips forward. But anyway, be careful, slippery surface, okay? Here we go, keep going. Other partner. Here, I'll hold a couple here for you. Good, and as long as we're here. All right, so you've got the seat belt, the arm stop, right? Hey, good. And from there, go ahead and throw it. Good. And what we'll teach is that after you create damage, get out of there. You know, get out of there starts with at least not being in front of you. So I'm going to circle around or get away. Good. Keep those hands up.
You're going to be kind of there. Yeah, the one that's on the back. The one that's on the back. So that's your equity kid, and that's the one you can down. Nice. Nice, bud. Good job. Cool.
All right, listen up. Again, I want to be very careful out here. There's safety and training. Two things, Dad, if you could. So, the real context of this is me going, hey, butt head, boom, and he's in this arm stop position, and that's when he's going to throw the knee. Now, he wouldn't throw them immediately as soon as I get there, because if he did it right then, what's going to happen to us?
You ain't getting a fight.
We're going to roll on the ground, right? And I'm going to be on top, probably. You know, so it's like, whoa. It's when this is not working anymore, that's when I need to create some damage, okay? So he's going to get into the arm stop position, and instead of this now, it's this. Okay, so it's a little bit more of a workout. So if you're much bigger than your partner, don't go too hard yet, okay? And you can do it to us, we'll be around. But anyway, so he's going to do an arm stop. Make sure he's got a moment of time when there's a good base. Everybody understand what I mean? You can't just throw this. You're on one foot, okay? You got to make sure that there's no energy and momentum going on here. So it's whoa, boom, okay? Now, after you create damage, whether it's 1, 2, or 100 knees, get out of there. The most important place to get out from is right in front of me. So get behind them. After he throws those knees, just make sure it'll take you in there. Boom! Oh.
There you go.
Get around over there. Don't wait for me to be desperate and go, oh. Okay? All right, so he did it perfectly earlier. I'm holding this here. Be accurate. You're responsible for where your knee lands. Start slow. Hey, butt head.
So you're oh, we're just going right
That
to
was
the knee.
perfect.
Well, yeah,
Do that.
make sure you're going to be
3 for 3 now. 3 for 3.
Come up on me and I do the arm stop and then I do it.
Yeah, you do the inside, and then you
So
control.
first, let's practice this. So I'm coming up to you. So you can
Yeah,
and
you control.
Hey,
and
stop.
Make sure
if I go forward, you
Oh,
can
no.
keep it back up. You don't pull. You don't be pushing it.
Keep missing, I think, missing it. So the idea behind the knee, as we were saying, the idea behind the knee, boom, is drive it up and out. But I don't want to do that in an unstable situation. So if I'm doing this arm stop, whoa, and I'm moving backwards, that is not the time to throw a knee. I need to get a good base, boom, before I throw this knee. After I cause damage, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 knees, whatever it is, and after, you know, combos, whatever it is, I'm going to get away from being in front of them. I need to get down behind them. I need to get a better, advantageous position. So whether right now, all that is just moving your feet, then do it. Get out of there.
Hey, stop. I feel like one of them so you can like really.
Yeah, good. Look at that. Dude, what you doing with the shirt?
Hey, stop.
Try and get away.
All right, good. Let's add to this. Again, we want to be careful just because of slippery surface here. But let's say over there, you know, I'm in the arm stop and he's like me, he's a little vertically challenged. So maybe his best knee is still not going to get there. So what do I got? boom. I just use the rest of the leg. Ah. This is what I was doing, and now I just do the rest. Now, this is not like, let me just tap the target. No, this is like, I'm gonna take my shin, my shoestrings, and I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna send him to the sky, man. This is called the KRAV MAGA handshake. Hi, how are you? Boom! Okay, now in reality, if I had shoes on, I wouldn't mind using my toe, or the ball of my foot rather, not actually my toe. But for now, and as we start, we're gonna keep this very, very safe by pointing our foot out. Number one, that gives me a much larger surface area to hit with. It could be my lower shin, it could be my shoestrings. In the perfect world, spread them. Right. Boom, boom. That all works, right? Now this is done with no regard for, are you okay? This is where I turn the switch on and I'm causing some damage. So watch how closely it resembles the knee. Here's the knee, and here's this rising front kick. Okay. So again, I'm holding the sides. Again, it's a little rainy, but this makes it fun. Actually, it's more fun to do it this way.
It's real life, baby.
Hold it really tight. Everything's the same, but go a little lower. So I'm really leaning over like a stinky piece of luggage in this A-frame with my elbows bent. Be careful, don't let this thing pop out of your hands. Start slow. Give it a shot.
Hey, you want this one to go around? Or I'll use this one.
No, I'm gonna actually take some reach. Nice, buddy. Yeah, get it.
Okay, I'm going to do a knee, then I'm going to do a kick. Okay, and then I'll
Woo, getting a little rain out here. We're having a good time. This is actually the first KRAV MAGA class for these folks. They have never done this before, so this is the first day of our 8-week boot camp. We've covered a couple of very important principles today. One of them is this ability to create space when you're uncomfortable. Okay, so we call this the fence. Hey, I don't want any trouble. It's a de-escalation kind of stance where I'm just creating space, making sure that I'm getting away from the conflict. If I can't, then of course I have to engage. So this position here, obviously this technique here is what's called the KRAV MAGA handshake. It's a groin strike. This is right up through the middle, and it's kind of a medium to long range type of weapon. The shorter version would be just a good knee, right in the groin, the bladder, the stomach, knee, and if the range is further, rising front kick. And with the goal to immediately kind of create space.
Yeah, there you go. Not bad at all.
All right, good. Set the pad to the side for a second. And now, so we're going to actually do this without really striking our opponent.
Our friend.
Okay. But I want to go through that whole little scenario. Hey, man, back up. I don't know why you leave me alone. Hey, boom, boom. Get the heck away from me. It's that simple. Oh, I see the conflict too. Hey, back the heck up, man. Whoa. Boom. Boom. This is the next one we're going to do. Here. And get off angle. Get off angle. Don't stay in front of them. They can have a knife. Your opportunity may be brief. Get the heck out of there. Okay, just back and forth. Go.
Just watch the road scenario.
I did it in slow motion for a reason. Feel free to go slow.
So keep on trying to back off.
back up. Back up. Back up.
If you can do this forever, you just keep on doing this. Keep your hands up, looking at me, making sure, remember your hands and your feet are fine. So it's not the here, but it seems like you're going to kind of...
But you want to get to the side?
Yeah, and I wouldn't go right into it.
Back up.
Make sure you have a solid base.
Back up.
Make sure that, and then when you feel it, you go for it. Okay, here we go. So come in, and you can back up all day, keep on backing up. But if I don't, wait till you have a base. So you don't want to go right into just kneeing the crap out of them.
All right, good. Let me, I'll use Dad here again. So, even without this, make sure here. So the good thing about these groin strikes, sometimes you can get the reaction you need even without hitting, which is very important. Again, if you have little T-Rex arms like me.
I'll back off.
So our next, if in fact, here, let me just do here, here. If I was in this arm stop, here, I'm in the arm stop, I'm in the arm stop, boom, and I get his posture compromised here, then there's a couple of things I can do. You know, if somebody's leaning over here, I don't know if I really want to throw any more knees, but that's very easy for him to grab, right? Oh my God, oh shoot, this is bad, you know. So now, boom, I can just start using this hammer. I don't know why they call it a hammer fist. Any idea?
Because it looks like a hammer.
Oh, well, I know, that's a good idea. Exactly, because it looks like a hammer, okay? So, now why, let me ask you this. Why would I might prefer to hit like this instead of like this?
Because it hurts more to punch like this because it will break your fingers.
Smart guy. Exactly. I mean, think about this. This is nothing but bone with a little layer of skin. Boxers, MMA guys, you know, boom. You know, you can break these fingers, and it happens all the time. If you don't hit primarily on these two knuckles, there's a boxer's fracture, and then you're really hurting. So, but this right here, I can just pound the pavement. I'm gonna get a little scraped up, but I'm gonna be fine. All right. So, and plus, I can hit downward here, I can go backwards, I can do a lot of different things. All right. So, basic forward / downward hammer fist. Good. Got your mean face on, the switch is on, your aggression is on, and this is where you cause damage, okay? This is not, you know, just, let me just make a little contact. This is take this person out. This person has tried to hurt you, so we're talking a very dangerous situation here. All right, so again, elbow is down. Let's do a couple in slow motion. Boom. So he's rotating his whole body. He's not doing this little sewing machine thing. You know. Now, what's the target area he'd be hitting? I don't know. Anything soft. Hit the, you know, the back of the neck, below, right at the base of the, base of the skull is good. You know, somebody's down here. Don't hit people on muscles, on their shoulder blade, something like that. Make it count. Okay. If I were here, it would be going into the, you know, into his jaw, the button in boxing here, into the temple. All of this is fine. I just want to work a little bit on the aggression part. Okay. So pad holding, like I was holding here before. Now it comes up here. It's at chest height. My teeth are clenched. Elbows are in, and it's a little bit of a workout. You'll be okay. So we're just going to go. I'm going to say go and stop. When I say go, I want you just to turn the machine on, right? You can throw one side, you can throw both sides. I'm gonna try to stay away from this for obvious reasons. I do this, I'm open. I'd rather just keep it all in here. Big rotation. You got it? Let's have one person in your fighting stance, holding here. Oh, I stole your thing. You could just hit him directly right on the face. I'm good. All right. Now get the stance, get in a good stance. This needs to kind of be up here, at least, if not against your chest. You can hold it out here. Let's start slow, but you got 5 seconds of hammer fist. Ready? This is close range, so get close. Go!
Okay, come up close.
Yes, I like it. Good. Yeah, get that mean face going. Ah, now we're talking. Excellent.
5 seconds.
Oh gosh, oh I know. 5 seconds, sorry. That was a long 5 seconds. Time goes by really slow when you're punching. Good. Next person. Hey, go. 5 seconds. Get it all you got. Time. Good. Switch. Other person.
Yes. There you go. You want to go?
Go.
Hey, so what is that?
There we go. Yes.
Okay, so take this. You're not going to be here.
Time. Ready. And go. Get it. Yeah. Oh.
So you're going to want to...
Here, Dad. You want me to hold a couple for you?
And time. Excellent job. Good.
Here.
Let's put this together in a combo.
All right, I'll put that.
Hands up.
All right, so now this here you have to be, there's obviously a little coordination here, but we're going to keep it simple. One knee and one hammer fist. Good. Actually, we'll make it even simple. We'll then throw the knee, boom, and I'm just going to hold it here nice and flat and let him do the hammer fist. I mean, I might even let go because he hits hard. Let go of one side, perfectly fine. Knee, hammer fist. Good. Boom. Get set. Big hammer fist. Let's go 3 for 3. You do 3, your partner does 3. Go.
Yeah.
Slippery surface area.
Nice.
Be careful.
Nice.
Now we're doing a little combo here, just from some very early basic strikes. We're throwing a knee and then throwing a hammer fist.
Just release it.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
Okay, good. That's what that's there for.
Scott Green out here giving some great instruction. Whoop, whoop. Good, switch that up to a rising front kick. So now, rising front kick, boom, same thing, hold for a hammer fist.
You can do this forever. You do this forever, okay? Watch me.
Good, there we go, yeah, baby.
Okay, cool.
Okay, now if I'm too far away or too big, you have to do a kick. Alright, so
That's it.
closer. Closer. Okay, so I'm going to come at you, but do this forever if you can.
All right, good, and time. All right, we're going to finish up with a principle and a very brief drill. That's probably the most important thing that we learn how to do, and that is turn on the switch. As you probably found out, as you start hitting things and you start laughing. You start laughing because it's this kind of nervous laughter. It's like, this is not who I am. I don't hurt people. If I told you, I said, look, I want you to go to that lady over there and I want you to scream and curse at her and you'd be like, and you start laughing. It's because it's very difficult to do. You literally have a line here and you say, this is me and that's not me. Oh, no, that's the dark side. Let me tell you something. You got to get a hold of the dark side. Now these are just tiny little steps for putting your toe in the water, but you've got to get a hold of them. That's why when you go home this week, you need to look in the mirror and not be, practice and not say, back up. Back up. No, you need to back the hell off. You should scare yourself a little bit, right? You just got to practice it. All right, so we call this an on-switch drill. It has one strike, and that's the hammer fist. My partner's here. His eyes are closed. He's in his happy place. He's at home with his daughter, hanging out, and all of a sudden, hey! Good. We'll go about 3 really, really crazy seconds. Hey! Good. I'm holding here tight. Obviously, when I give him this little cue, he is going to open his eyes. That's clear, right? But his eyes are closed because I could be anywhere. What's your problem? Hey! Okay? He's going from 0 to 100, just like that. Just like a cat. A cat, you grab the cat is going from this to and then they can turn it right back off. All right?
Check with
Okay.
your sisters.
All right, so, yes, little sisters. All right, you got the idea? One person, I will call switch. Cue, hold, let them hit. Go. Let's go around in.
Hey!
Perfect. Yeah. Andrew, there we go. Good. Get it. Get in the car. Get in the car. Oh, yeah. Good that time. Woo, yeah. I like it.
You want to go again while I have it?
Switch. Other person. Be aware of your surface area. No, I said other person. Watch out! The guy! Get him! Get him! Yeah! Good, don't forget, make space! Make space! Reset!
Okay.
I love it.
You make like 2 or 3 hits, and then you kind of get, yeah. And I'm gonna try. But you continue to try and make space.
Yeah.
Alright, so
You know what? That is
close your eyes.
100%.
And time! Give yourself a hand! You think you got your first comment on time! Or second, third, whatever. Hey guys, that was really great. I tell you what, if you don't mind, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bow out, and then since you have that in your hand, can we just all run over there and throw them under the cover in there so we don't have to like gather them up and spend any more time out in the rain. Excellent job. All right, so this was what we covered on Tuesday. So that means next Tuesday will be different. Next Saturday will be different. But you guys did an awesome job. We do send out things periodically to people that are taking the boot camp to help you kind of reiterate and re-say in a different way what the kind of principles you're focusing on. Today we focus on your best friend is space. When do I want to create space? Then immediately, right? I've seen some really rough videos these last couple days. People get caught in their car. If you get caught in your car, when should you move? When should you get going? Right then. Should you argue and then go? No, go now. Should you get outside your car? Should you get further away from the car? No, move now. Get there now. So create space. Space is my friend. If I can't create space, I gotta close that space and create some damage so that I can create space. Today we looked at very simple knees, rising front kick, hammer fist. I'm telling you what, that right there is enough, is really enough. We go through a lot. The foundation of KRAV and what we call level 1, we're focusing on 3 things. One is the whole psychology behind it. It's very difficult to go over there and touch the dark side. That's why the phrase that you just heard, the on switch, will be over and over. You'll hear it over and over again. You got to be able to go there, just like that, immediately with no hesitation. It's very difficult to get there. Then, of course, you got to learn your basic offense, your basic defense. Today, your defense was simply what? The arm stop, right? Arm stop, and we'll have another version of that, kind of called the seatbelt. Just simply owning that space. But you guys, man, that's a lot. You got it thrown at you, and you guys did awesome. So, any questions? Great. Super. Great. Let's bow out. So remember, the word is Kita. Shoulders back and
Kita.
Woo-hoo. Virtual high five.
You guys.